you, I invite you to come to the 10:30 service on Sunday, where we get to recognize you and honor you and celebrate you with our whole MVPC church family. And then I'm saving my words for you for Sunday morning. So this is all I'm saying tonight. Gross, did you have a question? 10:30, you're wrong. She said I'm wrong, so that was an option. Seniors, here's what I'd like for you to share with us tonight. What's the one thing that you want us to know about faith, about Jesus, or following Him? You have a captive audience, seniors. What's the one thing you want us to know? And it could be a piece of truth. It could be, hey, this is the one thing I know to be true about who Jesus is, about what the journey looks like. Or it could be advice, something you've learned along the way, something you know that's valuable, that's encouraged you. Don't feel the need to be life-changing and profound, but please just speak from a place of honesty. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask everybody who's sitting on this step or on the corner of the second step to scoot back. And seniors, we have stacks of chairs back there, so go ahead and grab a chair and then come on up and sit on the floor. Tell us your name and where you're going to be next year. Name, where you're going to be, and then your one thing. Here we go.
Stand up.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody, my name is Newton Kwan. I'm a senior, obviously. Next year, I'm going to be studying at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music as a performance major. Thank you. And for those of you that were in Mexico, I'd like to reiterate one thing and one thing only. Like I said, you are all your own instruments. You gotta remember and you gotta believe that God has a plan for you, not someone else, for you, your own plan. You can't be going out being someone that you're not. You're a bassoon, you can't be a clarinet, you can't be a cello. This is the way it works. You gotta believe that you gotta follow your own path, play your own part, and you gotta be yourself. And as soon as you start losing sight of that, you become something that you're not. And God made us because He wanted us specifically. So if I can leave you with one thing, please play your own part.
Alright, I'm Caden. Going to Nashville next year. My one thing that I want you guys to take away, if you take away anything at all from me, is that God really has a plan for all of you. I know sometimes you may not feel like it. I know sometimes you may feel lost or confused with where you're at, but He knows where He's going to put you, and He knows what you're going to do. So just have faith in that, and just trust that God's got it all figured out, and you're just going to follow it.
Hi, my name's Zach, and next year I'm going to Emory University. And I've honestly probably been to Senior High 10 times during all of high school, so I'm not going to try and impart wisdom upon you guys or anything like that. But I'm just going to say thank you for being so accepting. That's the one word I would use to describe the MVPC family, if I had to use one word. And people like up here and out there can really just be who they are when they're with this church. So thank you.
So I was brought to Senior High to the MVPC community by a really good friend of mine, and I honestly couldn't imagine like my life without it. It's had such a huge impact on me, and half of my really good friends, most of my really good friends are from in this community, and I just am always amazed by the amount of support that is here. And my advice would be that also to find something where you can connect with God on your own. For me, I found that in doing like my artwork, And I think if you could find that either in nature, in your music, or anything personal, I think that's really important and a really good foundation for you.
Hello, Nathaniel Armin. Next year I'm going to go to Link Year. It's like missionary work mixed with like Bible school. So we'll be taking a gap year. What I would say, what I've like learned and like been in this community is just like what everybody's kind of said already, how accepting. There's been some times that I've come here, might not even know, but I've been crying in the back, some kind of family issue or something going on, and just the amount of support and love from all you guys has been pretty incredible. And some words of wisdom is, now Mexico is, I don't know, 2 months around, something like that, go. But you guys gotta keep your faith going. You gotta keep that Mexico high or whatever you have, and just do something daily, just to keep your faith up there, because it's something that has really helped me, really kind of get me to the next level. Sophomore year, I really realized that like faith is my own. And I shouldn't be waiting for camps or something like that. I really got to take like action on it every single day and be like productive with like my faith. And I'd say one of the best decisions I made. So I just encourage you guys just to keep it going every day for God. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kendall Henderson, and I'm going to the University of Texas at Austin next year. And my one advice to all of you would be, if you don't have friends already that you can talk to about your faith, I would definitely try to find those people in your life. I grew up in a church where I only had one friend and we didn't really talk about faith, and so I pretty much didn't find friends I could talk about my faith with until this year, and it's been such a rewarding experience. And I've grown so much, so I would just try to seek out those people, and there are so many people in this room that you can do that with. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Jackson Wiley. I'm going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo next year as well. The one thing I would like to share with you guys is kind of similar to Kendall's. The best way that I've found to grow in your faith is in community. And here at Senior High, there's a lot of people around that you can become really close with and share your faith with, and that's going to be one of the better ways that I've found to grow in your faith. And also you're going to find friends that care about you much more than anyone else, so this is just a great place to be with a lot of great people.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm going to UCLA next year. I'd just like to say be intentional, be as intentional about spending time with God as you would be with your best friend.
Hi, I'm Sierra. I'm going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo next year as well. This year was my first year joining MVPC and going to Mexico, and I would say that I learned to always keep faith a priority in your life, to like never let it slip away, and just to always keep it a priority.
Hey guys, I'm Campbell. Next year I'm going to be at Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And if I've learned one thing through my 4 years here, I think it's that you should be, just go all in when you come, whether that means to you on Wednesday nights, just be totally there with your friends, or whether it means every day with God, spending intentional time with Him, just go all in and commit whatever level that means to you.
Hey guys, I'm Tyler. I'm going to Baylor next year down in Waco, Texas. And first of all, I want to say thank you to my small group. We've been together since 6th grade, and my small group leaders. They've meant a huge amount of, they've just done everything for me. And one thing I want to say to you guys is to use the church, use Senior High, and use all your friends at church as much as you can. Because like Jackson said, they'll mean a lot more to you, and you can say a lot more to them and have actual real conversations with them than people that you just share artificial interests with. Just use that, and just know that all those friends that you have here, you can always come back to, no matter what you've done, no matter what you've said. You'll always have a place with them, and just know that you're able to come to them and confide in them whenever you need to.
Hello, I'm Candy, and I'm going to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia next year. I guess one thing that I've taken away these past 4 years is that, you know, just, you know, great relationship with God, and if that means coming to senior high on Wednesday every night, or every Wednesday, and just singing or sitting around and listening, or, you know, doing your thing. I don't know, do you, and grow with God while doing you.
Hi, my name is Catherine James, and next year I'll be going to University of Oregon. And I would say one thing that I've learned through the 4 years of going here is that the first step in really building a relationship with God is to learn how to trust God. And I think once you take that step, then you can grow further in your relationship. And I encourage all of you underclassmen to continue to come to senior high. I think it'll be worth your time. So.
Hi, I'm Jonathan McDonald, and I will be going to Cal next year. I guess I have 2 things to say. One would be bold in your faith, because you'll never really know how God can bless you until you're really bold with it and you'll do amazing things. And the other one I would say is, this sounds kind of weird, employ the Jesus take the wheel technique that Carrie Underwood so wisely stated, because honestly, I can't tell you how amazing my life has been when I've just decided that I can't do this on my own, but with God I can do anything, and that when I let Him take over my life, that you guys can really do anything except for mine too. It's really incredible. So,
My name is Jonathan. I'm going to Baylor University in Texas next year. Okay, so senior high has meant a lot to me because it's been the place where I can really kind of live out my faith, and that goes into my advice. And that's really what people are saying: buy into senior high, buy into church as soon as possible, so you can start growing your faith. Because honestly, trying to be a Christian on your own without others is very difficult. But when you're surrounded by other Christians, it really helps. And also, the most important advice, I think, is really love the Lord. It's, it's the most important thing in the world. And honestly, loving God just blesses you so much, and it just really fills your heart. I don't know, I feel like without God, your life would just be so empty. And I just know whenever I'm closest to God, that's when I'm the happiest. And love the Lord.
And I'm going to St. Mary's next year, so and I've been looking back at all my high school memories. The ones that I was the most happy and cherished the most were when I was constantly pursuing the Lord and being intentional with my faith. So I just encourage you guys to constantly pursue him and be intentional with him as well.
Hi, my name is Edward. Next year I'm going to the University of Minnesota. One thing I'm going to tell you guys is that God is in this room right now. He's waiting for you to fall back onto Him, into His arms. If you ever feel far away from your faith, you can just fall backwards into His arms and He can catch you, because He's there for you even though you may feel really far from Him. And if you feel really far from Him, the only thing that's putting anything between you and God is yourself. It's almost like putting a chair in between you and God. Honestly, just follow Him, love Him with all your heart, and you will succeed.
My name is Janelle Ingersoll, and I'll be attending MVPC San Diego. And so a lot of these people have talked about community, but I'd also
having senior high, and just not, I mean, like, I love this group of people, but also to take advantage of people younger and older than you, and also your little leaders. Thank you, Kathy, Kika, Katie. Always
Hello, I'm Paige Carver. Next year I'll be attending BYU Idaho, majoring in nursing. Something that I've learned in my high school experience is that nothing in life is really constant, but the one thing that is God. He's something that will always be there for you and is always some reliable person. And so through these difficult times, I would urge you all to turn to Him and don't be afraid to. And I know that through God, I'm here to stand for you and that I'm the person that I am.
Hey guys, I'm Lauren Brana. I will be attending Texas Christian University in Texas. And if I could say anything, it would just to be never to doubt how powerful God is in every aspect of your life. And to be extremely confident in your faith, because the moment that you start to doubt that, then God tends to lose His power in your life, and that's when things kind of turn. So just to believe in His power and be confident in your own faith. Yeah. I'm Natalie Larson. I'm going to Seattle Pacific University. To really be intentional about your faith and learning more about what you can do for Him, and so you can learn about what He's done for you. And I think whenever you've accepted Jesus as your Savior, to continue that aha moment and going beyond that fire for God and just keeping it going so that the reward is worth it.
My name is Lauren Pagoni. I'm going to Texas Christian University. And my advice for you guys is, it seems so obvious, but it's so easy to forget that if you want God in your life and you want to feel His presence, you have to seek Him out.
Yellow. Hey, I'm Jim Smino. I'm going to Santa Clara next year, and if I have one piece of advice for all you guys, is that you know, it's just worth it. You know, this is kind of what Jono said. Just be willing to go out on a limb, and yes, my sister's Kate's Smino. Just be willing to go out on a limb, and because God's willing to give so much back to you, and it's pretty much up to you, and just so worth it. God, yeah.
My name is Jack Bryce. I'm going to Santa Clara University also next year. So I really couldn't put together one thing that I would tell you guys. So I'm going to tell you something about me that hopefully you can relate to. So I grew up all in the church and came to Senior High occasionally towards the beginning of my high school career, but more so towards the end. And definitely you should cherish all you freshmen right here, props. But anybody else that is like a junior also, I didn't really come either that year too, or sophomore. But I just want to say, like, cherish it, because all you guys out there, like, you guys have something that I don't have, which is just more time here. And that's coming to an end, which I realize. But I think it's really important to start to like learn the truth of this faith. I think like I did that a lot, but I don't think like my relationship with God is as personal as it could be. And a lot of people here have given advice on how to make it more personal with people around you and supporting you and all that. But I think like that's something that I'll have to learn going forward, is making it more personal. I realize that this is the kind of the beginning of it all. So this is just kind of like preparation for the rest of my life, I feel like. And so this base that we're all like gaining by being here is really vital, because as you grow older, you're going to rely more and more on that base that you made here. And I think we'll all be grateful for it, but hardly realize it, that this base is the most important time where you can either choose God or don't choose God. So I think that's just, I don't really have anything else to say, but that's about it.
My name's Sarah Mills, and I'm going to the University of Washington in Seattle next year.
But one thing I wish I had known earlier in my high school years was that if you're going through a tough time or you're struggling with your faith, don't be afraid to reach out to other people, whether it's an older adult mentor or another one of your friends, because that's the best way to reach back and get involved again. And I think that's something that a lot of us out here are going to be dealing with next year in the new cities and everything.
So now that we've heard from all our seniors, I'm going to turn the mic to you guys. What's the one thing you want to tell the seniors as they're leaving? This isn't a roast. But what's something you want, what's a piece of encouragement or truth that you want to tell the seniors as they're getting ready to leave and head off to this next season? So Mary's going to start us off.
Hi, I'm Mary Hildebrand. I'm going to Camp Lebanon High School next year in Moraga. I have a piece of advice, but these people mean a lot, and it's just weird to think that I don't know, this is going to be like us next year, and I've only known senior high with them, and senior high has been what it is, which is very incredible because of these people. So thanks.
I just want to say thank you to all the seniors for the friends and mentors that you've been for me, and also just encourage you to stay connected with a church, something where you go, so that this foundation that you've built here doesn't get lost as you go off to college.
Well, senior guys, I've been real privileged to work with you guys for the last couple of years after my seniors graduated in 2012. You've been so much fun. You're such quality guys, and I know that God can use you in such an incredible way in college and in your future if you just give Him the opportunity. I think you guys kind of sell yourselves short a little bit sometimes and don't realize how much potential you have, but you're one awesome group of guys. And a lot of you girls have been around, been rocks of senior high for the last 4 years too, and we appreciate you so much. I will be praying for you guys every day without fail, so when you get into trouble, remember old Jim's coming after you.
I'm Ann Branna, and I would just my advice would be, that I learned from my son Mark, who went off 2 years ago, is really when you get to college, it's going to be so different being away from your family, being away from home. And so find something at your college that you can plug into as soon as you can. Find K-Life, find a church, find a youth group, even if you want to help at a local church with a senior high or with a junior high. And get plugged in as soon as you can. Don't wait around a semester or another semester and then all of a sudden be feeling lost. So that would be my advice, and best of luck to all of you, and I can't wait to hear your stories when you all come back at holidays. Okay.
Hey guys, so I don't really have some advice, but I have a big thank you for you guys. So when I came back from Germany in September, I didn't feel like I came home at all. All of my friends had left, and I felt incredibly alone. And I found it really ironic that the theme for Mexico was welcome home. Because of you guys, I felt welcomed home. I found friends here at senior high, even though I didn't come every week, even though I'm not in high school anymore. I just want to thank you guys for being there for me when I needed it most. So, thank you.
I'm Katie, and I guess that the piece of advice, I would say definitely 100% to seek out a church, any way to get involved. That is just like one of the #1 things you should do. But just to know that you are so much more capable than you know. I remember talking to you guys at this night last year, and you were thinking, oh my gosh, what are we going to do next year? Like, we're going to be Catalyst. How are we going to be the seniors? Like, these are such huge shoes to fill. And you guys have completely just filled the shoes amazingly and exceeded every expectation that anyone could have of you. I think that everyone here can agree that you guys have just done an incredible job seeing you and how intentional you are with the relationships with all these people here. It's just been such a blessing for me to be with you, the senior girls, and just be here seeing you guys that are doing this. You just are more than capable to take on this next step in your life. I'm just so proud and excited for all of you.
Last one.
Hi guys, I'm Tigger. My one piece of advice is just, I really want you guys to stay in contact with the people that you care about the most, because it's really going to hurt them, like it'll hurt me when you guys go. So just keep those bonds tight and don't let them go, because I'll miss you guys a lot.
So when I started here, I started September 2010, and if you're keeping score at home, that's when you guys started senior high. And not long after that, we began saying this family creed, this statement at the end of every senior high that really calls us to who we are and reminds us of not only who we are, but what we're doing and what we've been called to. We call it the benediction, the thing that we say, the last piece of truth that we say together before we leave this space. We've said it for 4 years now. It's the last thing we've always said together. And so tonight, what I want us to do is, I want all of us to say it over our seniors. We are going to say our benediction to you. And where, if you know the benediction, or Ross or somebody, if you could pull it up on the slide, wherever you see the word we, insert it with the word, or wherever you see the word you, insert it. No, yeah, you. You are God's servants. So, people that are close, go ahead and put a hand on. For those of you in the back, you can just stick a hand out. Let's bless our seniors together as we remind them who they are. Seniors, you are God's servants, gifted with dreams and visions. Upon you rests the grace of God like flames of fire. Love and serve the Lord in the strength of the Spirit. May the deep peace of Christ be with you. The strong arms of God sustain you. And the power of the Holy Spirit strengthen you in every way. Amen. All right, seniors, last piece of business. We need a class picture.